I would imagine, based on where we are, that this is the real deal. This is Humulus lupulus. This is hops. Now, some years ago, I had a hops plant just start growing at my house, and I was so excited. I was like, wow, this just came out of nowhere. This is so wonderful. And so I let it grow. And it grows really quickly. And the next thing I know, it's flowering, and it's, you know, in the next year I had not one hops plant, but I had about 20, and then it just kept getting more and more. And then it took me about 5 years to realize that what I had is Japanese hops, which is a really weedy species and not the one we use for medicine. And so I've been eradicating the plant now for, oh, I don't know, 3 years. And it still keeps coming back, although I've gotten rid of most of it. So with hops, once this plant flowers, I'm not sure if it will, I don't see any, yeah, there we go. There was a flower. This is going to create what are called strobiles, which are basically not the flowers, they're structures containing the seeds. And the strobiles contain a yellow powder called lupulin. And so the lupulin is really where the activity is here. And you have the xanthohumanols, which are considered to be some of the more active compounds. There's a lot of research going on with hops. The xanthohumanols have shown anti-tumor activity. They have hormonal activity. In fact, there's lots of reports of, like, for Europe, women who would pick hops would start, like, their breasts would get larger. They would start developing all these hormonal responses just to handling the hops. So if you ever have, and this is another thing we were talking about before, the chase tree and the black cohosh for menopausal symptomology, this actually has some benefits there too, especially if there is anxiety or insomnia associated with menopausal symptomology, because it also has some hormonal activity. Now, the thing to be aware of is that most of the hops sold in the herb market, they take the hops, they sell it to the brewing industry. The brewing industry, the hops go on conveyor belts, and the conveyor belts basically, you know, vibrate, and it makes the hops fall, the lupulin fall out. They collect the lupulin, that's what's used for brewing beer. And then they sell the hops back to the herb industry after much of the lupulin has been removed and much of the activity. So you want to make sure when you're buying hops that you've got that yellow sticky resin in there. If you don't, you're getting something that has much less activity. Now, the other thing, of course, that hops is best known for is being a sedative. And of all the herbal sedatives, hops is probably my favorite. It is far better than valerian for insomnia.